I'm Bill Pasmore, Senior Vice President at the Center for Creative Leadership. CCL's mission is to advance the understanding, practice, and development of leadership for the benefit of society worldwide. With that in mind, we've developed this series on leadership, where I have the privilege of meeting with people who have distinguished themselves as outstanding leaders. We hope these interviews provide an opportunity to learn from these remarkable leaders about the challenges they faced, the accomplishments they've celebrated, and the factors that they believe have most contributed to their success.
Hello, we're here today with Wil James, who's the president of Toyota Manufacturing, Kentucky.
Hi, Bill.
And we're pleased to have you with us today for our On Leadership series.
It's my honor.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us.
You know, I think for me, the key to success is being able to identify something of significance that's going to be useful or helpful for our business. And then being able to explain it to people in a way that they want to be a part of it. Mm-hmm. You know, not that they have to be a part of it, but that they want to be a part of it. So you first have to have the vision, and then you have to have at least some common sense stepping stones to be able to get you there so people can say, okay, yeah, I can see how that might be to work. But then you leave a lot of the detail out of it. Just share the vision, just share the stepping stone, and then start inviting others to throw their ideas on there on how to fill in the blank. Because what I found is when you can do that, when everybody in the chain feels like it's not only important to do and it makes sense and the path seems like it's doable, but he's even given us a chance to be able to say what we personally can do to be able to make that happen. You know, you get some beautiful things. If you're not the type of person who takes the time to let others finish their statements or let others, articulate what they have on their mind, are not able to draw things out of others, if you feel like you already know the answer to the question before you ask it, then you're not the type of person that we need on our team. Because eventually you won't be comfortable and folks won't be comfortable with you. I'd say one of the ones that come to mind first is when I was sent to Indiana. Mm-hmm. This was during the downturn. Indiana's products were trucks and SUVs. People weren't buying them. Just were not buying them. So we had 2,500 employees and we had no product to make. So the question was, what are we going to do about this?
Right.
An obvious direction by some would be lay the people off and let them get unemployment. But we decided that wasn't the best thing to do for us, because I knew that not only had we made a promise to people, but we had some pretty significant projects that we needed to do a year later, a year and a half later, and I felt like those people needed to be a part of the process to make that happen. Laying them off would have been a really silly business decision. Now, it was expensive. So we had to put together our proposal and took it up to accounting and shared with them what we thought it would cost to be able to keep people on. Of course, their question was, how can you reduce your costs? So I was able to convince some of the presidents at some of our other plants that did have volume to maybe allow me to send some people over to supplement their staff. but we still ended up, with 1,900 people. So we got agreement on the proposal to keep them hired. I sent them out in the community. We cut off the money that we were giving to organizations, most of it anyway, because we just didn't have it.
Right.
I told the organizations, I can't give you money, but I can give you people. I can give you labor. So we sent people out and they painted and landscaped and did a lot of the other things that some of our funding in the community had done. And then we set up an internal school, if you will, to train and retrain all of the other employees that were there. And that went on for about 7 months until we started getting a little bit of volume back and was able to actually start the line back up and keep people
That must have meant so much
working.
to people in the community to keep those people employed. I mean,
Well, a lot of the folks in the community asked, "What in the world are y'all doing? No business would ever do that." But it's just something that we in Toyota believe is important. I mean, that's ultimate respect.
well, Wil, thank you for your time today, for what you've done for your communities, your employees. You've made a difference as a leader of change in the world, and we really thank you for your contributions. And the Center for Creative Leadership thanks you for sharing some of your wisdom with the people who will watch this tape, and I think they're going to learn a lot.
Well, Bill, thank you for your time.
My pleasure.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.